Greetings, fellow ukuleleans. Jeff Weinberger coming at you here with a new tutorial. Today I'd like to talk about strumming. Very common topic. It's something I get asked about all the time, and sometimes it's a little bit of a mystery to people, especially people that play in a ukulele group. If you're playing with one other person or 10 other people, 30 other people, ukulele group. Sometimes it's hard to know what the right strum for the song is, and I've done workshops on that in the past, and I'd like to break that down into a short tutorial today and just kind of get you into the idea that all songs have a feel to them. And that's the thing I want to stress the most. Not so much the notation. I know some people think in terms of down strums and up strums, and they use the language of D and U. So they might think of a strum as D, D-U, D, D-U, which would be down, down, up, down, down, up. A literate musician would think of that as being a quarter note and 2/8 notes, a quarter note and 2/8 notes. Counting, a drummer or somebody that's very rhythmically oriented would think 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. All of those are correct. None of those are wrong. None of those are right. A really accomplished musician will think on all three of those levels. They'll think about down, down, up, D, D-U, quarter note and 2/8 notes, 1, 2, and many different ways to express the same thing. So I'm not saying that you necessarily need to understand music theory. You don't necessarily have to read music. You don't have to necessarily be a drummer. All you have to do is be able to feel the music. And so that song I was playing at the beginning, that was I'll Fly Away. Very common song. We do that one sometimes in Midcoast Ukes. It's fast, but we can break it down. We can do it real slow. But the most basic strum on a song like I'll Fly Away or anything in that genre, if you're doing Americana, you're doing spirituals, you're doing folk music, you're doing bluegrass, this is the strum for you. It's really easy. You just simply go down with your index, of course, but you could use your thumb if you're into that. Then you do a down up. And the down up, of course, is quicker than just the down. The down is one beat all by itself. It's a quarter note. And the down up are 2/8 notes, which take up a beat, half a beat for the down and half a beat for the up. So that gives you down, down, up. By the way, I'm doing a G chord, just in case you're wondering. So this is a very slow version of I'll Fly Away. Some bright morning when this life is over, etc. So you might have noticed two things. Number one, I emphasize the backbeat. I hit the 2 and the 4 a lot louder than I hit the other beats. Common practice, good practice to get into. If you're not already spanking those backbeats hard on 2 and 4, you're just not playing it right. You got to do that. That's very important to make your playing not monotonous, not boring, not sleep-inducing, and to have it be lively and rhythmically exciting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta have that backbeat. Some styles of music perhaps don't need the backbeat. Lawrence Welk and elevator music and new age music and stuff like that, ambient music. But for most music that we play on ukulele, you gotta have that backbeat. I cannot emphasize that enough. In fact, I probably emphasize that too much. Ask anyone who I teach and they'll tell you that I'm always yelling and screaming about that, about the backbeat. So important. The other thing you probably noticed is that I don't stick to one strum. I improvise. I feel the music freely. I play off the cuff. I never stick to just one thing over and over. But when you're a beginner or you're in that beginning stages of your development, you might want to stick to just one strum. Just down, down, up, down, down, up. Even though you might occasionally hear me go. Do all kinds of crazy stuff just to spice it up a little bit. I might not do quite that much. I was on purpose trying to throw in a couple extra little tricks. I wouldn't normally do that. That wouldn't be tasteful. That would be overplaying and confusing and cluttering. So keep it simple, but don't be afraid to once in a while throw in a couple extra up strums or throw in a chuck. Don't be afraid to syncopate once in a while. Or some notes last a little longer than just quarters and eighths. So there's a lot of things you can do, and we're not going to get into all of that. We're going to talk about the simplest, most straight ahead strums. So I'll Fly Away. If you had to have one strum to play the entire song, down, down, up. Whether it's slow, whether it's fast, whether you put some variations in there or not, even if you just stuck to down, down, up, you would make it through a song like I'll Fly Away, and lots of other songs of that nature. All right, let's do a different song. Let's do a song of a very different nature. Let's see what I got here. Oh, La Bamba. Okay, La Bamba is really different. And the reason why La Bamba is different is because it's Latin. It's based on Mexican-American rock and roll. And so we have this particular rhythm going throughout the song that goes da 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 da, highly syncopated melody. So your strumming shouldn't probably be too crazy. You want to do something simple that accompanies that syncopated melody really good. The most basic strum on La Bamba would be down, down, up, just like I'll Fly Away. So La Bamba in G, in C, excuse me, would be ba da ba la la bamba. So you could do something very, very simple